Good morning, I'm J. Lenora Bressler, and welcome to the January 19th, 2018 edition of the Bible Delight in the Details. This is the third in a three-part series looking at Acts chapter 17, those verses that deal with Paul's recitation of the gospel on the famous Mars Hill in Athens. Today we want to look at how he went about speaking to the Athenians. He talked to them about things that they understood, things that were in their culture. He talked about, for example, something that he saw along the road, a temple that had been inscribed to an unknown God. And he used that as an opening or bridge to talk about that he was going to make known to them the unknown God, the God that they were worshiping perhaps in ignorance. And of course, then he started talking about Jesus Christ. He actually quoted from their popular literature, from two of their most noted poets, talking about God and his relationship to man. Now, this was very wise, very smart. They're called bridges. When you start to speak to someone, you look for common ground. You look for something that you can build upon. These are bridges, cultural bridges. And today, I want to ask you, are you, and am I, ignorant, unfortunately, so that we have trouble when we try to bridge gaps? This argues really for studying comparative religions. It's good if we have a basic understanding of some of the other religious views that we may encounter. Do you know some of the basic tenets of Islam? Are you familiar with the overall idea of Hinduism and Buddhism? I must say I'm not as well trained in that as I wish I were, although I have led some classes on some of that. But I need to pull some of that out, frankly, and remind myself. Because when you meet someone who is in an organized religion or comes from an organized religious background, something that you can study, you can learn the basic tenets of, it's good for you to know where their mindset is. Anyone who's ever done oratory or persuasion knows that you start with common ground, you start with something that's familiar, and you work from there. And so today, I want to urge us all to make sure that we have a good understanding of various religious worldviews, that when we hear them spoken, when we know someone is of that ilk, we will know how to bridge the gap and where there may be common ground that we can build upon. Paul used it in Athens, and we know that it was to some extent successful. Some of the people became converts, and according to early church tradition, one of those, a man named Dionysius, a good Greek name if there ever was one, became the leader of the church in Athens, the first leader of that body. And so let us be culturally adept that we may build bridges to the gospel. I'm J. Lenora Bressler. Visit me tomorrow on my birthday for the birthday edition of Delight in the Details. Have a great day.